everyone, it's Brianna with J&B Woodworking Designs. I am here today. We are going to take an old steam trunk and repurpose it into a rustic bookshelf. As you can see, it has a lot of wear and tear on the metal here. Very old, dusty. We were able to unlock it without damaging the lock here. So let's open it up and take a look inside. Maybe here. There we go. You can see there's got a lot of wallpaper type covering. We're gonna peel this off. We're gonna get down to the bare wood you can see down there. We're gonna see what we got. So we're here in the wood shop. Our first step today is we're going to just try and wash this trunk here. The owner said it's been up in an attic for some time. So as you can see, there's some layers of dirt and debris, some of this paint just flaking right off. So what we have here today is we're just going to take some warm soapy water and see if we can't get as much of this dirt off. Now that we have a fresh, clean surface to be working on, we are going to work on stripping this flaky paint off. So we are going to be using a vinyl-based thinner. But before you use one, make sure you know which one you're going to be using, because not all of them are made to be used on plastics and vinyl. And also, when we're going to be using it, we're going to be using this scour pad here. So we're going to be using that. And also, you want to make sure that you wear your latex gloves so you don't burn your skin, and that you're going to be using it in a well-ventilated area. So let's get this started. So now that we have the outside ready and prepped, we're going to move to the interior now. As you can see, there's some old, what seems to be like wallpaper in here that's starting to flake off, and it's got some little bit of water damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip all of that off and see what's underneath. Today we'll be using a wallpaper stripper. What we're going to do is we're just going to spray right on there like so. Then we're going to wait about 5 minutes. We're going to take our lovely stripping tool and we're just going to slide it right off. Okay, so we just finished removing all the interior wallpaper and now it's time for the reveal. Okay. There it is. And actually, after we removed all of the wallpaper, it looks really good. All the wood is still in really good shape, and we really like the natural wood grain look, so we want to be able to keep that as we're getting ready to start painting and staining. So before we move on to that, one thing we did after I removed all of the wallpaper, I took a fine grain sander and we just sanded all this down so it's nice and smooth. We cleaned it all up, dusted it all out, and now we're time to sand. Not time to sand. Now we're time to stain. So we wanted to go with a dark, rich look. So we chose this Kona wood color, and so we're just going to pop the lid here and get it going. So we just finished the inside. As you can see, we have got it all stained a beautiful rich brown color. And now today we're actually going to start on the outside. What we're going to do is we're going to paint using our premium latex. We chose a Cannon black satin color. We think that's going to look, just finish it off really nicely with the brown on the inside, and then our brass, just really shine, be nice. So I'm gonna grab our paintbrush here. So we have our outside now completely stained, painted black here. We got all our inside painted. We used our Kona brown stain for the inside, and then a satin black for the outside. And then next, as you can see over here, we went ahead and recessed and pre-drilled some holes. And then you can come over here and see we put on some legs. The legs that we used were just some prefabricated store-bought furniture legs here. I went ahead and popped that end off because I'm going to stain our legs to match the Kona stain inside. And then something else that we did is we went ahead and pre-drilled some holes in here, and that's going to be for our shelves. We have these 1x2s right here that we're going to come in, and they're going to be our shelf support. So before we can do that though, we need to sand it. So we're gonna take a lid. Yes, it's very hot today in the wood shop. It's panting away. But heaven forbid he gets stayed in the house in air conditioning by himself. So next we are going to work on our shelves, the interior part of the trunk. We went ahead and we measured out our 2 shelves that we're going to have on the main side of our trunk. We're going to use the table saw and we're going to cut it. And then after we get them cut, we're going to sand them down, make them nice and smooth, and then stain them before we install them. Now it is time to move on to putting in our shelves. So we have our shelf rest that we've already pre-cut, pre-stained. Again, what size was these again? 1.5, 1x2? Is that right? 1x2? All right, so we got that all stained. One thing that we did is we went ahead and we measured. Remember, it is better to measure twice because the last thing you want is to get your shelves in there and realize they are lopsided. So we've measured them. You can kind of see we pre-drilled some holes. And if you come over here, we already put in, we're using 1/2-inch wood screws. Sorry, 1-inch wood screws. 1.5-inch wood screws. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-drill some holes on this side because you don't wanna split this wood right here. And so we're gonna pre-drill holes and then they're gonna go right in just like that. And then our shelves will sit on there.
Quiet on the set! Action!
What we're working on now is going to be a part of our shelving. So we did not want just a flat edge to our shelf. We wanted to add a little extra touch. And so what we bought are these 1/2-inch dowel rods. We got the square ones here. And then as well as 1/4-inch dowel rods. What we're going to do is we went ahead and we pre-drilled in there, as you can see. Now as you can see, we did not go all the way through. We just made a little bit of a groove in there. We cut our dowel rods, our 1/4-inch ones, and those are gonna stick right in there. We're gonna put some wood glue and just glue those on in. And then we're gonna take our second dowel rod and we'll just go straight in, sit right in there. And we'll have a nice little edge to our shelves. All right, y'all, it has been a long, hot day, but we are almost finished. We just have a little bit more touch-ups. We're gonna put some recessed lighting inside to really shine and light up those shelves. And then after that, we're just gonna touch up a little bit of the brass, and I think we'll be done. So stay tuned for that big reveal. So the the moment we have all been waiting for, the big reveal. So we'll get a close-up of the outside first before we open. We decided to go ahead and leave the front top of the case just how it was. You got the wear and tear, but it looks, this trunk has some stories to tell, and we did not want to take that away by covering that up or by covering this name up. So we decided to leave all of that. You have a little bit of the wear and the rust on the brass to make it look really vintage and rustic. Are we ready to see inside? This is my favorite part. Ready? There it is. We got a little shelf on the door side here. You can either put some skinny books or some little, like maybe a little plant in there. We have down here for some taller books. We'll be able to slide right in there. And then we have these 3 beautiful shelves, and I just absolutely love this color of these shelves for our books there. And right in here, I don't know if you can see it with the daylight, but we got some lights. Needless to say, I am very happy how it turned out. Very excited. So here we have what it would look like filled with books. So we have some smaller ones up top here. Then we have these ones here. And I love just how the lights just hit and reflect off the books. I just love it. Then you can get some of your bigger, taller ones. And then if you want to come over here, Salvi would like to help us here. You can see how we used this side area for our magazines, and then the top shelf for a little bit of decor. So wrapping up this project, it has been one of my favorites that I have done so far. It is actually the first J&B Woodwork and Design project, and we started about around about 2 weeks ago, and we spent a few hours every evening in the wood shop working on it here and there, just doing little steps at a time. And I just love how one little idea at a garage sale has turned into this masterpiece. It is very exciting. We did spend a little over $100 on material, so really not that bad in the long run of making this. Definitely worth the investment. And I'm actually really sad to have to put it up for sale, but I'm excited that someone else gets to enjoy this project as much as I have for the little time that we've got it.
If you like us, follow us on YouTube.
Oh, are we going to start a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
So if you really enjoyed this video and you want to follow more of J&B Woodwork and Design's projects moving forward, be sure to subscribe below.